Greetings, Saints, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Barbara Dean Franklin Show. I am your host, Barbara Dean Franklin, and today I have the awesome pleasure of sitting with my daughter,
Hello.
Shanae Smith, proud owner of Bashamy Salon and Spa. So I told you when I started the show, I would like to bring new business owners. If you have a business, you're doing good, come on, tell us about it. If you have a business and it's not doing so good, come on, let's sit down, let's talk about it. Let's see if we can find some people to help you get better. But before Shanielle and I start talking about her business, I want to just have a moment of silence. I lost a very dear friend of mine, and anybody who has been following me saw the first interview that I did with Pastor Kareem, and I talked about the Townsend Divas, and those were the women that I started working with at Michigan Bell, and we lost one of our own, Annie Long. Annie passed away last week, and so I just want to have a moment of silence in memory of my dear friend, Annie. Thank you. All right, so hey, how are you today, Shanielle?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you today?
I am wonderful,
That's
wonderful,
good.
wonderful. So the reason that I asked Shanielle on the show is because Shanielle recently opened Bashamy Hair Salon and
Yes.
Spa.
Yes.
It is on the river, Grand
Yes.
River in Rosedale Park. And the address is 18428 Grand River.
Yes.
And Shanielle has been doing hair since a little girl. So you went from Barbie to Barbara.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can remember all of the, can I say, jacked up hairstyles that I had
Oh,
when,
yeah.
when
Most
you were a young girl.
Oh, yeah.
But I thought I was looking pretty good, you know, with my hair going to the side over here. So just tell me, how does it feel to finally walk in your dream, your passion, what it is that you have just been doing all of your life, and now you're able to do it the way you want to do it? How does it feel?
It feels awesome. Still surreal. You know, every day I get up, I still can't believe that I'm turning the key to my own business.
Yes.
I'm thankful. I'm very grateful
Yes.
to be here today.
I know.
I want to thank you for having me on this show.
Hey, it's a blessing for me.
And just, you know, staying focused, coming from a young lady, 12 years old, doing hair, doing all my grandmother and you and my aunts, and doing finger waves, you know, before I even went to hair school, you know.
Right.
And the reason that I ended up doing hair was because I didn't graduate from high school.
Okay.
And was in a gas station one day and saw a flyer, and it said if you didn't have your high school diploma or your GED, you can go to hair school for free. So me knowing that I was really kind of playing with school and hair was my thing that I loved to do, I chose to go to hair school. Got in hair school, Sylvia's Beauty College,
Right.
Which is not there anymore. I just went all the way through.
Okay. So tell me, like, you know, the finger waves, man. You were finger waving everybody. So how did you start? I mean, how you know, did it start with a baby doll? How did the hair become your passion? Because it has been your passion, and you have another one. We'll talk about that as
Right.
well. But that has been your passion for a very long time. How did you start wanting to do hair? You know, I used to do jerry curls with, you know.
Yeah, you was pretty good at it too.
Exactly. So, but why? You know, I know.
I had two friends when I was younger. The one name is April Clark, and the other one name is Nikki. I can't remember her last name, but both of their moms did hair.
Okay.
And I was real close to them, and they stayed on our street. And just watching their mothers do hair, really, April mother used to finger wave April hair.
Okay.
But Nikki used to finger wave my hair.
Right.
And I used to have finger waves, a different style every day in middle school.
Okay.
And I just got the passion. I just wanted to do hair. So I would go over my grandmother's house, Doris Franklin,
Yes.
and sit in her mirror, and I would just get some gel, and I would finger wave the side, like I was doing crunches before they had even came up with that.
Exactly.
Okay,
Right.
I'm the originator of that.
Okay.
But I would just, go down my face, and I just started finger waving.
All right. And then you also used to do the hair like in the net where you would lift the hair up.
The net waves.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
the net waves.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. And that was
And
basically
so
it.
in doing hair, man, for so many years, you have worked at every
Yes.
salon
Yes,
here
I
in the
have.
city. So just talk about some of the people that you have worked with over the years.
Name dropping.
Yes.
How I got to Little Willie's. His daughter Liz Love went to hair school with me.
Okay.
We became real cool.
Okay.
And she asked me to be her, let me come and be her shampoo girl.
Okay.
And she didn't have her license and I didn't have mine either, but her dad had his salon.
Okay.
Which Willie is cool, still cool today,
Okay.
you know, because that's kind of where I got my start from.
Right.
Going down to shampoo for Liz Love turned into me being the shampoo girl for everybody in the salon, which was probably about 10 people.
All right.
And, Little Willie ended up, when we moved to Lansing, I ended up meeting a very good friend of mine's, Mike.
Yes.
Joseph Michael Smart,
Yes.
you know, and we became real good friends. And I worked with him, and then he when we were in Lansing, we would sit in the car and we would be sitting there eating a chicken sandwich, Ida's Chicken on Pleasant Grove in Lansing.
Yes.
And we would be sitting there, and he would tell me about his vision that he wanted to have this salon, and I couldn't see that far, but he had his vision at 19. You know, it was gonna be called City Look, and you know, different things, and he was gonna have himself on the building, and RuPaul eyes, and you know, so you know, and he Baby Boy, Big Roy, Nikise Y, Reese Ree, Half Pint. I've worked with a lot of stylists, and I have say I've learned a lot.
Yes, you have, and you know, not because you're my daughter, you know, but because you have a passion for hair care, healthy hair. You know, you have a growing hand, and you know, what I really like about you is your drive to want to do multicultural hair, you know, not just do just one thing, you know. So that'll kind of bring me up to, well, you worked at Macy's at Premier Hair Salon.
Yes,
you know,
I
you
did.
do a lot of training with L'Oreal Professionnel.
Yep, I am a L'Oreal professional colorist. Premier Salon sent me to L'Oreal school, and they also, I was there at the right place at the right time, and as I learned about the Brazilian Keratin Treatment.
Exactly.
And I went on from there. In 1 year, I was there for 3 years, but in that next year, I had got 2 promotions, and I got 2 raises, and 1 promotion. And my promotion was the BKT trainer.
Okay.
To whereas I trained everybody in Premier Salon in the Upper Peninsula about the BKT.
Right. Now let's talk about the Royal Keratin Treatment, because there are a lot of products out there. A lot of people talk about BKT, and there are different products. And I know that you always talk about the specific product that you use, that there's no formaldehyde or just you know,
a minute,
So talk a little bit about BKT, what it is, what it does for the hair, and you know, a little bit about how you apply it.
Okay, well, the Brazilian Keratin Treatment is it's a humidity blocker. It also is keratin. So keratin is protein, and it's like me putting liquid hair back onto your hair. So, you know, every woman in every ethnic group or whatever, we all have fried our hair. It doesn't matter if we get perms, relaxers, color, you know, we all need some kind of treatment or protein. And what I loved about the keratin treatment is that this is not a chemical. It's the ultimate conditioning system. And what it does is it mends your ends, it heals your hair, puts the shine in your hair, and it also cuts you know, down on your humidity, like your blow drying time. You know, so for the working woman who doesn't really have time to sit in the salon every week, she can shampoo her own hair, blow dry it within a matter of minutes, and still get that look that I'm able to give her with just a ceramic iron. And what I loved about the BKT is that when my clients has gone away from me, that this here system continues to work and heal their hair. You know, and that's what I really love, you know, about it. I've seen a lot of people hair be damaged, and I tried all kind of conditioners, sitting them under the dryer, you know, this keratin and this, but nothing tops the Brazilian keratin treatment. It's like pouring platinum gold onto your hair.
Okay.
Now, it is a lot of systems out there which people have to be very careful about, and that's why it's good to get education.
Right.
Because a lot of systems, there's, you know, saying that it's not a chemical, but it is.
Okay.
Which just means that it has more chemical in it than it does keratin. Okay. It might still have keratin, but it doesn't have more keratin. Now, the system that I use, the BKT, the Brazilian keratin treatment, has 99.9% keratin,
okay.
which is just straight protein, and the 0. something minute is just a little bit of chemical just to open up your cuticle, just a little bit.
Okay.
And it doesn't change the S bonds in your hair like a relaxer does,
okay.
which is a chemical.
Right.
You know, and so this here system goes over color, relaxers. Even if you don't have a chemical or relaxer in your hair, it works for your hair.
Okay.
You know, and just helps you with your everyday life and heals your hair.
Okay, so I know you swear by it. I've seen a lot of people who you've taken from damaged hair, almost no hair, like spots, bald spots,
Yes.
and you've brought that hair to life, full head of hair.
Yes.
So, you know, I
It's
definitely,
phenomenal.
yeah, I definitely know that it is a good system. And I just want everybody to know that the only reason that I'm wearing braids is, you know, because I was tired of getting that look from you when I come in there every week trying to get a different
Thank
hairstyle.
God for braids.
Trying to get a different hairstyle, you know,
Yes.
and then talking about I left my checkbook at home.
Okay.
Right.
Whatever.
So, you know, I will be going back, coming back out of the braids to get my hair done.
Thank God for braids.
Okay, you don't have to say that again. So tell me again, tell us the address of your shop and the number that they can call to get in touch with you if they want a consultation or.
I would like for them to do that. It's 18428 Grand River. That's between Southfield and Outer Drive. And the number is 313-915-3493.
Okay. So now, and what days are you open?
I'm open Tuesday through Saturday. I'm there from 10 to 6, and earlier by appointment, later by appointment.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's
Yes,
wonderful.
yes.
So I remember you did your grandmama's hair, your auntie's hair, all of your girlfriends. I have some pictures, and I wish I could have done a collage
With the fan ponytail.
Okay, everybody had one of those.
Yes,
all right?
yes, that was the famous.
And the mushroom, man,
Which is back.
Okay.
Okay. Everything
Well,
is
I
back.
don't think I want to go to a mushroom.
Oh, it's
all right?
back.
I like my little curls. I like my, you know, long hair. You know, so you even are you weave.
Yes,
you
yeah,
do
I do weaves. You know, full weaves. Just basically, I'm more so concerned about the foundation of the hair. Putting the weave on and making sure that it's put on right. Like, I don't use synthetic hair.
Okay.
Reason being is because the synthetic hair normally it cuts through your hair.
Okay.
So I use thread
right.
to braid with
Okay.
to give it the stability, which is safer for the hair.
All right.
You know, and it leaves the weave flatter to the head.
All right.
You know, and
So when you weave, also, like, you know, I know something like a stocking cap. Do you put a cap on sometimes?
some people,
Okay.
and when you do use a stocking cap, it's just for stability, just to keep it on longer and make it more stronger.
And that's what I was going to ask. What is the purpose of using that cap? So let's talk a little bit about your other passion, you know, about your music, because probably I think your music was your passion before doing hair.
Yes, it was.
Because you always wanted to sing. I remember.
Here we go.
Okay, as a little girl, you know, whatever you wanted, you know, you made a song about it. I want a calculator. Gotta have a calculator, right? So Where did that come from? Where is your?
That's probably was you partying.
Oh,
You know,
right.
you like music.
I did.
And, you know,
I
and I'm
did.
pretty sure when I was in your belly, you was jamming. So I came out singing.
All right,
You know,
all right.
and from that point on, it's history.
Right,
You know,
right.
I started beatboxing first. You know, I was beatboxing before rapping was even popular.
Right.
You know, and then I had two best friends, which is Damon Benson and Reginald Miller.
Right.
And we would be on that phone and we would be beatboxing. We would beatbox from the time the sun come up. We would be just, you know, and I started writing first. And what triggered me to start writing was supposed to be my little boyfriend at the time.
Okay.
And he made me mad. And, you know, I wrote a song about him. And I won't say the name, but... You know, that's what inspired me to start writing.
Right, but it was a nerve-wracking something. I
Yeah,
remember that.
it was nerve-wracking something. Yes, it was.
I saw Tracy the other day. She came to the house, and her birthday, she just celebrated her 38th birthday. And as she was walking out, I said, man, you and Shanielle were strictly macking.
Yes.
Okay.
Macking.
Right, exactly, man. So you have had a really good career with singing. You know, you were signed. Talk about a little bit about the group OBF and you know.
I was majorly signed to MCA Universal Records in 95, 96 with Michael Powell. He was our producer. You know, at the time was in the group called Ordinary Black Folks. It was 5 of us, 3 guys, 2 females, and we were blessed to get the ride to get signed, and it was just by it was only God,
right?
Because we wasn't even supposed to get seen.
Okay.
But Michael had handpicked us. You know, he had put us together. And I remember this, and you know, and I'm so glad that I did it, and it was because of you though, because I remember I wasn't gonna do it. Okay. You know, but I remember I came to you and I said, you know, I don't want to do this. You know, I've been in the group with Tracy already, back and forth, and this is just something that I'm ready to go solo. And you was like, well, before there was Michael Jackson, there was the Jackson 5. And before there was Diana Ross, it was the Supremes. Okay. So that was my motivation, you know, right then. You know, got in the group, and we were blessed enough to be together for that whole year. We practiced. Right. That next year, we got signed. Right. And Hank Shockley and Daddy-O from Stetsasonic came to sign a group called Special Gift, and which was a gospel group. Okay. And they came to see him. They sung, and then Michael slid us in. All right. When he slid us in, we were ready. All right. We had our gang faces on. We had been practicing. We were so ready. All right. And it was so funny because I remember like yesterday, all the execs and everybody was sitting there and they just giving us the straight, you know, exec look, no smiles, you know. We don't know if we doing good or bad, right, but you know, jamming. But we jamming. Right. We don't care. Okay. You know, we giving it all that we have to them. And all I can remember is when we got done, they left out the room and the place wasn't that big. And we can hear them in the room screaming like, oh my God, this is it, this is the group. We go, you know, they was calling back to LA, and I'm not lying. The next week we was on a plane flying to LA. We went to LA first. Okay. They put us up. I had no clue that it was really that big. You know, all I cared about was the music, was rapping. You know, I didn't care anything about the business part of that. You know, didn't know anything. Right. You know, and didn't really realize it until I was out of it, how big it really was. Right. When they flew us in, they gave us a per diem check. You know, they put us up in the Hilton. We didn't pay for anything. We ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner, full course meals. They got us our clothes. When we got there, and what was funny was that we thought we were jamming. Okay. We thought we had it all together. All right. We thought we was right on the pocket. When we got there, they said, oh, no, y'all got to bring it up a little bit. Y'all got to come up for about 4 or 5 more notches. And we like, really? we tired. We got to do this some more. Some more. So Daddy-O and Ashley Fox, which is the CEO of Interscope Records right now. Right. She was our fashion coordinator at the time. And we were, rehearsing, and they got us, up to speed, and from there we flew to Boca Raton, Florida.
Right.
And I can remember getting off the plane and the man holding up the sign with ordinary black folks. I'm like, oh Lord, we done made it. And getting in the van, really not even knowing. We didn't know where we were going, what we just knew that one thing that we did know is that it was for a black music collective. It was 40 groups. They had to pick 4. And international, and we were one of the 4. So we knew that.
You knew you were good.
Yeah,
we did something, because I remember with that on that show was Vesta.
Yeah, Vesta was signing Rasan Patterson.
Right. Okay.
Jesse Powell, and it was us.
Okay.
Yep, and Vesta was she was switching from RCA to MCA.
Okay.
So yeah, we were the headliners.
So what do you want to say to the young person who's out here trying to get their music heard, trying to get in this game of music, especially in the city of Detroit, where it seems like we don't support each other.
Right.
We're not doing the things that we need to do to come together to collectively move forward
Right.
in the music industry. This is where Motown originated.
Exactly.
We should be so much more together
Further.
as far as getting our music out and getting the music heard. What do you want to say to that person who still has the dream, the hope of...
Never give up.
All right.
Never give up your dream. Never give up your hope. Just stay in the industry, but more so learn the business than the craft. Be good at the craft, but also know the black and white side of it. Copyrights, attorney, things of that nature. That way, when you're doing this, you feel more freer. You're more protected with going forth in your gift, because it's up to you to really how far you want your gift to go. It's further and it's bigger than Detroit, and that's one thing I would say that Michael Powell did teach me that stuck in me. He said, don't be stuck on Detroit. Okay. Think bigger than the city, because music is bigger than this. Okay. And that's something that I've always kept in my head. So if I could tell somebody, tell them, don't be stuck on Detroit. Okay. It's bigger than Detroit. Right. Just have a business industry mindset. Right. Because it takes everything, not just the art of it. It takes the business part and the art together to make it come forth.
Right. And I think that's some good information. I listen to your music, and sometimes you wonder, well, if they could play this particular music on the radio, why don't this particular music get played? And they really don't, you have a passion, you have a passion. It does not matter how you get where you're going, as long as you get where you're going.
Exactly.
And I definitely know, babe, you're getting where you're going, okay? And I'm truly proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm proud of, for those who don't know, Bashamy. This was hanging on the wall in the basement when she originally started. Barbara, Shanielle, and Michael. So that's for me, her, and her sister. To see this up in light, to see this up at, when I pass Grand River, it is like a dream come true to me to walk in the door. Like the other day I was in there, you said something to me, I have customers, don't say that in my shop. So really? Okay.
Like, seriously?
Exactly, but I know that you always talked about professionalism, how you wanted your shop to be, how you wanted to greet your customers, how you wanted things to be different, the atmosphere that you wanted to set. The people that you wanted to bring in. Yes. Now you have an opportunity to do all the things that you said you wanted to do. Look how good God is. Here it is. You come from a single mother, hardworking.
Good flock.
That taught. You saw. I ain't teach how to do hair. But taught you
professional.
Exactly.
Customer service.
Now that I taught you.
Yes, you did.
Okay, because
Number one.
that's key. If you get customer service, you got everything else made. You know, you don't have to do anything. If you know how to treat your customer, then everything else is just, oh, shoot, baby.
Yes,
So,
it is.
you know, I'm really proud of you. Again, we
Thank
want
you.
to, you know, just let the people know that you are located at 18428 Grand River in
Yes.
Detroit. The telephone number to reach her is 313-915-3493. That's Bashamy Salon and Spa. And I know your girl Kay Renee is there working with you.
And
So
she's the esthetician.
Okay.
And she specializes in skincare. And I must do say she is very good at what she does.
Yes, she is.
If you having problems with your skin, come by, let her give you a consultation. Mustaches, problems with ingrown hairs. She is very good with all of that, massages and things of that nature.
And I can attest to that. You know, she is good.
She is.
You know, with the waxing and you know, well, I don't get like. I don't think I have a lot of hair, and she
But
said,
she do.
Yeah, exactly.
She
says,
see what you don't
Barbara.
see.
You know, yeah, Barbara. Don't even say that. But just to, you know, eyebrows, underarms, or you know, things like that of that nature. You know, bikini wax. She takes care of that,
she
and
does.
very good at what she does.
Yes.
And then would recommend the correct products to. For the upkeep,
Exactly,
you know,
because
so
it's important. Because
exactly.
in that side of the industry is very high maintenance, and we always say, "Welcome to our world, the world of high maintenance."
Okay.
And she also has a special going on with $15 eyelashes with the free eyebrow arching. That's waxing.
Okay.
So she has that going on every day, and we also are. We will be on Living Social. The BKT will be premiered on Living Social it's coming up this week, July the 11th through the 17th, and it's originally $300, but we're doing it for $125, and we're also doing eyebrow arches and lashes and underarm waxing for if they don't want to get a BKT, they also have another service they can get.
Okay.
So livingsocial.com.
So tell me a little bit. I've been hearing a lot about Living Social. What is Living Social?
Living Social is like a Groupon. It's like it's for the deal seekers. Yeah, it's a group of people that just strictly seek deals.
All right.
That's it. They're not buying it unless it's a deal.
Okay.
So Living Social all across the border, all over the world, with everybody, everything, McDonald's. It could be your trips. It could be massages. Everybody is participating in Living Social. It's with Living Social, you're going through their site. This is their customers that would never come through my door. Ever. You know, so me partnering up with Living Social, I'm getting their customers to come through my door, and then it gives me a chance to build my clientele with those customers.
That's good. That's great advertising marketing. There. Okay.
And they have 4 months to redeem their voucher. So if when you buy your voucher, you don't have to rush and you know come and get it. You have 4 months to redeem it. And call for your appointment. You know, get your appointment booked, and then you'll be handled. Yeah, Living Social is the new marketing. For everybody.
Okay. So now you talked a little bit to the artists that's out in the world. What about that young girl who's doing Barbie dolls now, who has a dream of one day owning her shop? What did you have to go through to get your license, to do, you know, everything that you went through to be where you are today? I mean, if you looking back, let's just go backwards and look back on all that you went through, the struggles, the heartaches, the, you know, whatever. I know definitely, you know, it's worth it today, right?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely worth it. I also, just before I get to that, I want to say, you know, I thank God for my husband, Jesse Smith, because, you know, without him, a lot of stuff wouldn't have had happened. He is very supportive. Great. You know, he is. He owns the business with me. He's there with me, helping me out with a lot of things that I wouldn't know anything about. Also, in our salon, we have salon software, whereas that all my clients is touchscreen. You know, we take Visa, MasterCards, and different things of that nature. So we have our merchant account, you know, which a lot of salons don't have.
Okay.
But me getting my license, what I would, you know, like to, you know, say to the young girls is get your license,
Right.
you know, go to school. If you know that that's your craft and that's something that you want to do, because I don't think people really understand that this is a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Okay.
It's bigger than hair.
Okay.
You know, it's not just about doing hair. It's
Right.
an industry. It's a beauty industry. It's hair, it's makeup, it's skincare, you know, it's product, it's education, you know, and it's bigger than that. And this is just something, me being a shampoo girl for so many years, you know, being in the back seat, you know, for a long time, just watching and, you know, never hating, you know, wherever I went, just sucking up everything from everybody that I could. Whoever I came across, whoever I worked with, whether they did me good or bad, I saw the good. I got the good and the bad because I said, well, I know what to do and what not to do when I get my own. Just waiting my time, you know. And now is my time, and I have a lot of knowledge that's behind me that I'm eager to give to someone else. You know, to that young girl that's out there. For me, it was funny because Sylvia, the instructors back in the day, had us scared to go to the board. They would tell us, you know, oh my God, and you know, it's going to be bad. They're going to be this and they're going to be that. So I was petrified to go to the board. So I waited 2 years to go to the board, which I should have just went right to the board and I would have passed. Waited 2 years, go to the board, went to the board, this in the 90s, go to the board, missed it by one point. Oh, Lord, I'm so discouraged. I've just, instead of me going right back to the board, I just go on, do whatever I'm doing, working with Mr. B or whoever up in last it, you know. And then I end up having to take a refreshers course because it was about 5 years later. And then I went back to the board. Missed again by one point. Oh my God. I'm just like, whoa, okay. But the Lord spoke to me and said, I don't care if you got to take this test 5 million times. You take the test until you get it. But, you know, if you know that you need to study, you're not a book person, then you have to study. So that's what I had to do. You know, because the practical I passed 100, no problem. Every
you knew
time.
how to do hair.
Oh yeah, that was that was easy. That was the easy part. You know, but that next time, you know, I went, just I had to take my theory, and it was so funny because it was amazing how the enemy was trying to stop me that morning. My license was suspended. I didn't renew them. It wasn't suspended. I didn't renew my license. I had to go renew my license that morning. I had to get up and go to Secretary of State, then go around the corner to the actual crossroads. Went there, and I went to take the test. And we take the test now at the board. It wasn't like this back in the day. But now you take it with builder's license, real estate, and everybody else who take their license at one time. So, which means you can't be in there loud. My test was probably 2 hours. Theirs was probably 4. And mine was an hour. So I go in, I'm on the computer, I'm taking the test, and I'm looking, and I didn't know that on the computer it was going to say you passed, you know, so they give you 110 minutes for 110 questions. So I'm in there, I'm taking the test, and then all of a sudden I push, I'm like, okay, I don't want to change that. That last one, you know, I'm like, oh my goodness. So I went ahead, I pushed it on through. It was like pass, I was like, and I slid back, and I was like, okay, I gotta be quiet. I gotta be quiet. So I get up, I go to the door, and the lady could see my face. She say, you must already know. I said, no, I want you to tell me. I was like, I want you to tell me.
Oh my God.
And she was like, well, Shanielle, you are now a licensed counselor. I was like, I'm about to cry. She said, you don't have to cry. You know what I'm saying? But I am. And I busted down crying. And then I called you, and you were screaming, and I was flying on home because that was like the best thing in my life. And it's so funny because every night before I went to bed, before I got my license, I would pray. And I say, Lord, please don't let me leave this earth without getting my license. Because that was just something that I had passion about, that I wanted. Now, I feel like this with me, musically, a lot of people that I see that's here in the city doing music will never experience what I experienced.
Exactly.
Because in that time that we experienced that, the music business is not like that
At all.
no more. Okay, you don't get it like that. So when we went right at the end when everything was changing, but still we got in.
Yes, you did.
You know, and even if I never ever, my music never be heard out in the world, God gave me what I asked. You know, and He took me to that point. He took me way far, you know, past real quick, and then brought me back.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, I believe that, you know, it was for a lot of reasons. I wouldn't have my own salon today. You know, a lot of my clients won't let me go. They like, no, you can't go, you know, because I was supposed to be in Atlanta.
Right.
You know, I was trying to get there, but they wouldn't let me go. You know, but for that young girl that's really, you know, want to do hair, I say, you know, find you somebody, apprenticeship up under them if you can. Go to school, get your license, and go right off to the boards, because this industry is so big that we in the neighborhoods are not really teaching the people that how profit, you know, how much profitable it is.
Right.
You know, and it is. It's bigger than hair.
It is.
It is, you know, and that's something that I learned from Premier Salon.
Okay.
You know, to really how to run a real salon.
Exactly.
You know, how it's really supposed to be ran with products, retail, you know, just even with the credit cards, you know, being able to, for all those assets, people be able to do that, you know, when they come in, making it easier for your clientele. Because they love to be able to use that credit card. They love it. They like, this is the best.
Okay, if
you
I
know,
can slab my zip it instead of, you know, trying to write a check or have cash money, because I don't carry cash. You know, but I have a wallet full of credit.
Exactly.
A wallet full of credit cards.
So I would tell her to just, you know, just stick to it, because it's worth it. And one thing that a lot of people don't understand is that when you have your cosmetology license, you are licensed to do 26 different things.
Okay.
So, which meaning that my middle finger is hurting right now.
Okay.
I train somebody, and within the next couple of years, I might just be waxing.
Okay.
I might sit down and do some nails.
Okay.
I might start doing makeup.
Okay.
Or I might just go off to be a speaker, do platform, you know, or just teach. Or I also can become an editor and write in the books and let people know about skincare, beauty care, hair care, and different things of that nature. So my end is just, won't be my end, it will be my beginning. It will be a legacy that I will leave behind, because I just really studied, like I said, my neighborhood. Just because, you know, we say all neighborhoods are neighborhoods. It's the hood, you know. And I just noticed in my neighborhood, you know, I want the bar to come up more, because, you know, Tabitha Coffee is one of my, one of the stylists that I look at, you know, and she's very big in the hair industry, you know, and she knows her stuff, you know. And that's why I have on all black today, because in the hair industry, black, this is what we represent. We wear black. And the reason being that we wear black is because we don't want the attention to be on us. It's all about our clients. We, you know, we don't come in with yellow and flashy, you know, stuff like that, because it's all about our clientele. So we wear black, you know, because we're just the background. We're working for the clients, you know, and it's all about them coming in to be comfortable and relaxing. They from the kids or the husband or the wife or whatever, just some time to themselves. You know, no rigmarole. So, you know, it is. It's a big industry. It's bigger than just hair. You know, it is.
And you know, I've never heard anybody speak about the industry, you know, the way that you do. Although, you know, I've heard it over and over and over
From
again.
me,
you know, you know, because I'm a cosmetologist, you know, because I'm a professional, you know, can't tell you anything about hair. But as I just sit here and I listen to you and you talk about Tabitha Coffee, who I don't know, you know, who she is.
You a Googler.
Okay, you know I will Google her in a minute, you know, but you know that you know your craft. You know that you have a passion for what it is that you have, you know, that you are doing. You know that you've studied it. You looked at it. You know that you're not just talking about it. You being about it. You know. So
real talk.
I'm just he said
real
talk.
people.
Okay, you understand?
I gotcha.
Okay, but I am. Just so proud of you. You know,
Thanks,
I
Mom.
love you so much.
I
You're
love
my
you too.
firstborn. I love you. I am just at this very moment, I've been proud of you, but at this very moment, as you sit across from me, I want you to know, and all of the viewers, whoever you are, how proud I am of you. If you continue to honor your craft the way you do, and just in life period, take everything that you know about your business and treat your life even that way, then you're going to go far. There's nothing that you won't be able to do. So whenever I leave this world, I don't have to worry about you, because you've already been raised up the way you could go. You know the Lord, you know the word, you know his promises. So I don't even have to talk to you about that. And that's another thing that I want that young girl to know.
Yes.
Whoever, you got to live your life right.
Yeah.
And I'm
first.
exactly. And I'm not talking about religion where it's so, holy. I'm talking about a relationship. I'm talking about doing the right thing all the time. We fall down, but we get up.
Exactly.
You understand? And if you have a right heart, if you talk to people in the right way, people will do anything for you if you treat people right. I just love to people always say I'm too good. I don't think that
Ain't
there's
no
a such thing as
that.
being too good, But you can be so kind where people take your kindness for a weakness. Don't worry about what people do to you. Just keep talking to God and look at what he will do for you,
That's it.
And that's just the way that I've always lived my life. I've had struggles and I've been through. I've watched you go through. But look at where we sit today. God is so good.
Yes,
he is so good. So
you never know.
You never know. You never know. And you reap what you sow, and karma, everything you do, it definitely comes back. You will get an opportunity to get it right.
Yeah.
Then just try and get it right. Try and get it right. So we're going to get ready to end the show. But again, I want you to tell people, I'm going to hold your card up. And I want you have a Facebook page as well, right?
Yep, and it's actually is Bashamy.
Okay.
You could just punch in the name Bashamys, and Bashamy Salon and Spa will come up, and then you can see all the work that we do at the salon, strictly about hair care, growing your hair, taking care of your hair, bringing your hair back. The number is 313-915-3493. It's at 18428 Grand River. We're right on the river, right across the street from Mickey D's.
All right.
Yes.
Stay there. Right off of the old, was it Grandland Finkel in Grand River? The center that
where
used to be. And across the street from Foodland, the only black-owned supermarket in the city of Detroit.
Yes. So go and patronize them,
exactly.
Please.
As you come and get your hair done, go across the street, buy a bologna sandwich or something, okay?
Exactly.
Buy something from the salon. But again, I thank you for taking the time out your busy schedule. I know you got clients sitting there waiting on you, so I'm not going to hold you up too much longer. Again, I appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me.
I love you so much. I'm very proud of you. I am happy for your business, and I know for a fact you have a you do what you do, and you do it very well. So you have a loyal clientele. They continue to come to you. They've been in the basement.
They've been up, down.
They've been their head over.
I got a joke I always tell them. I said, it don't matter if I jump down in the sewer. Y'all will jump right down there with me.
Exactly.
Talking about I'm holding my nose, but I'm getting my hair done. They said we sure would. We will be right there. Yes.
I have seen them follow you.
Yes, they have.
From pillar to post, from place to place.
Yep, I got some that I've seen. It's so amazing to me because I'm not getting any older, but they are.
Okay.
But it's like seeing them come from little girls to graduate from high school to graduate from college. Now they having children and they own business. They're teachers and therapists and different things. I'm like, wow, and they still loyal to me.
Then they
won't let nobody touch their hair but me.
I was at church the other day and somebody was like, do you know who this is? And it was Dominique, your assistant. She was like, she used to do shampoo for Shanielle. I was like, okay, I remember. I hadn't seen her in a while, but it's always a blessing, talking to you,
Thanks, Mom.
Because you are my child, and I love you. Again, I'm just going to tell you how proud I am of you. I am going to end this show as I always end my show, and that is from my beating heart to your beating heart. I love you. You understand? Okay, I'm going to play your track.
Yes, I really wanna be heard, trying to knock me. You got nerve trying to stop me. You got nerve trying to poke me to get what I deserve.
You know back then.
You play me foul.
Didn't think I could.
Rock a crowd.
Oh boy, I seen you.
Wet my show, Mr. Bow.
What you think of me?